Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Come on, set. Recon, 132 fire.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action now. Lawrence, this pass out wide to Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that can...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man Lamb, it's complete.
Touchdown, Falcons!
CeeDee Lamb.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. The Vikings at 10-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action with Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Back to the ground with Hall. And some room to work. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the kick. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Beckham, the return. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Lawrence picked by his former teammate at Clemson, Andrew Booth. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Moore, the man in motion. On on 2nd and 12. Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and getting the first down.
They talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 73 yards rushing for him as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to
Bob
do.
had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1, ready?
First down, here's Burrow. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go. 11 empty paint. 11 empty paint.
Moore, the man in motion. From midfield now, Burrow. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now for the PAT, here's Johnson.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
11.
On second down, here's Mixon. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. It's Burrow.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Moore, the man in motion. It's Mixon on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Hall to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie!
Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Slot man moves right. Hall on to give up the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Breece Hall. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Again, he finds more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
11. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here we go. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Vikings take over 1st down 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. On play action, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Moore, the man in motion. From the gun to give to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore, 75 yards.
And the Vikings an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. gets this to Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. This game rests on the right leg of Brian Johnson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Falcons, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.